Hey, it's Patrick Lovell, truth bombing for justice, liberty and justice for all on the afternoon of the 28th of April, 2023. And I am really just going to try to swing for the fences on this one. Going to make it brief and just going to try to ask you to share this with everybody you know and see who understands that the United States has been betrayed and railroaded by corruption. We have. That's all there is to it. If you've been around for the last 40 years and you vote for your side versus the other side, and yet you've seen forever and ever and ever that nothing changes, yeah, that's because everybody's in on it or covering it up or not willing to go the distance. And it's just the way it is. If you were somebody who put your faith in Bernie Sanders, has Bernie Sanders fixed corruption? No, he hasn't. Elizabeth Warren? No, she hasn't. What about the younger sort of face on the whole spin, AOC? Not remotely. I don't even think she understands how it works. In fact, I'm pretty certain she doesn't understand how it works. What about any other element out there in society? Any sort of activist movement, any sort of justice movement? Who has been able to tackle corruption? Do you even know what the corruption is? Most of us don't. It's complicated. It's behind the scenes. It doesn't. I'll tell you, it's not difficult once you understand where to look and how you understand, and once you understand what the corruption does to be able to do what it does. Then you can decompartmentalize it and you can understand who's doing what, when, and how we can actually thwart it. I'm leading a populist crusade to purge corruption. It's a civil rights movement to purge corruption. We know that there's been north of 50 million people in the United States alone that have been crushed by the consequences of corruption run amok, but nobody knows what the power's gotten away with. Doesn't matter what ideology you come from. We're in disarray. We've got identity politics, warfare, and cultural warfare going on out there on overdrive to basically confuse the population so they don't understand how the system works. I have the answers. I've been on a nonstop mission for 13 years. I've aggregated at the cost of millions of dollars evidence of fraud and criminality at levels that are beyond anything you've ever heard or seen in your life. You can check out all my work at www.thecon.tv. You can check me out on YouTube, a great podcast I produced with my friends from the Real Progressives called The New Untouchables. And I'm all over social media on TikTok at Patrick Level Truth Bombs the Con, as well as YouTube at Patrick Level Truth Bombs the Con. The bottom line is that the system blew up the world, destroyed everyone illegally, and that criminal racketeering enterprise got its fingers around the levers of power behind the scenes to be able to use the Federal Reserve and the full faith and credit of the United States to reward itself trillions upon trillions of dollars for destroying the American dream and really every aspect of the American way that we understand separation of powers, integrity of the law, so on and so forth. It's a corrupt system. That's all there is to it. If you, me, and everyone you see who isn't a Nazi, who believes in decency, dignity, integrity, sustainability, liberty, we must unite to defeat tyranny, and that is our destiny. I'm ushering in a clean new deal to break the corruption, the force and the grip of corruption, because the only way we're going to get the power back is if we rip it back, and that's if millions of us understand how the system works. That's who I am. I bring these truths to you day in and day out. I've got more information than anybody in the country has. If you watch mainstream media, it doesn't matter what flavor. If you're Fox, there's no way in hell you're getting this information. But I promise you, I've got stuff that will make your head spin that's significantly beyond the worst of your imagination as it relates to the likes, of course, the power structure of the Clintons and Epstein. If you're somebody who knows that the right's completely out of their minds because of everything that's happened with Trump, who is an expression of all that is, can you actually think that we're going to find justice by taking down one man who is at best a mid-level player and representative of everything that I'm telling you? No, we can't cherry pick justice. We have to reinvigorate a democracy of, by, and for the people that purges the corruption of, by, and for the tyranny. The way we're going to do that is to stimulate millions of people to join us. I'm asking you to invest in this crusade to purge corruption. You'll see it in the link below. It's your investment, and I would encourage you to reach out to 13 additional people to bring them on board, because at this moment, billionaires and multimillionaires, national corporations are spending billions to corrupt the system because they can grift trillions. And the entire calamity of this through media is they're pissing on your head telling you it's rain. Who am I? I'm the only guy that's going to be able to break through the wall and the obfuscation and the misinformation and the lies and the deception to reinvigorate truth. My friends, we live in a failed state. The only way we're going to rise is if we do it together to the tune of millions, and only then can truth triumph over evil. My name is Patrick Lovell. Please follow me. Please like and subscribe. Please join this massive tidal wave populist movement that is America coming to regain herself. Onwards and upwards.